Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm here today with a viewer suggested, requested video. This was suggested to me by Buffy. Hello Buffy. You may think I ignored you, but no, I saw the comment in my withheld comments. I approved it. It was withheld because it had a link in. And yeah, then I couldn't find it to answer you. This is your answer. I am doing the project. Buffy had seen a little project that Natasha at Treasure Books had done, and she'd commented that she'd like to see my take on it. So, here it is. Right, it's a little flip book, mini journal, journal insert, whatever you want to use it as, and it's made from either 4 pieces of 6x6 paper or cardstock, or I've done as Natasha did. I've cut a 12 by 12 sheet up into sections, into 6 by 6 inch sections. I actually cut up 2 pieces. Yeah, you can actually see there that that was the bottom of one sheet. And I've already gone ahead and made one book so I can show you. And that's going to be the second book. So I'll just show you this. It's bound on the outside with, we've got 3 holes punched through. I've put eyelets in, as did Natasha. I will link Natasha's, by the way. And then I've finished mine off with some seam binding. I just thought that colour went really well with this. And we turn that over and we've got page 1. I've used, again, I've not done an awful lot of embellishing on this at all. I've just used these gorgeous papers. These papers were gifted to me by Deborah, and it's the Stamperia House of Roses collection. So we've got one of the tags, journal cards from the pad in there. You get a sheet of 6 of those to cut up. I think that's the back of the front page, or the back of the front page. Yeah, that's why I can't show you the front page of the kit, because I've used it. I do like that Stamperia, this is the back page. It shows you all the papers you get, and then the inside of the back page is a paper you can use. The same happens with the front page. So it does say it's 10 sheets, but it's actually 12 sheets. Yeah, it is, really. But 2 of them are just one-sided. Right, so stop waffling. That's that. This side, I've got another one of the journal cards from the kit. I've done nothing to it other than cut it out and pop a bit of ink on the edges. This is one of the tags. You get a sheet of 8 tags. That's just so gorgeous. That's the picture. Is it the picture from the front? Yeah. But the bird's a little bit nearer. There's a little birdhouse on that one. And yeah, we've got 2. I've made 2 corner pockets. Yeah, that's from a square. I cut that from a square of card. I'll do another pocket like that so I can show you how I do those. I'm not sure if I've ever shown it before. It's very simple, and it takes away all the, oh, does that angle match that angle, and does it line up? It just takes that all away. Right, so that's that. We turn over. I've got a little pocket here. I've made that from one of the journal cards that was a landscape one. In it is a tag. I've made that from part of the front cover, and one of these circular tags. I've not put anything in that. I've left it as is. Right, but you get 3 of those in the kit. On this side I've just got a simple right tuck. Again, another one of the gorgeous journal cards and another one of the tags. I'll pop those back in. That pocket is made from part of the front cover again. Right, turn that over, and I've not put anything on this page. I've copied Natasha to a T on that one. She'd left that page opposite her notebook blank, and Natasha had sewn her notebooks in and sewn other bits in. I've not done any sewing machine. I've not done any sewing at all, whether it be sewing machine or not, in this project. And yeah, I've made it from the Stamperia collection because I could have made it from scraps, but I've got so many scraps. I was like, oh, which ones shall I use? And I thought, no, use these gorgeous papers. Then, yeah. I mean, we don't all have scraps, do we? Especially if you're new to junk journaling. You may have got a paper collection, and that may be what you want to use. So we've got a big wide belly band there. And I've made my notebook. I love making notebooks like this because you can undo this eyelash trim and replace the paper when it's full, should you wish. And again, that was part of the back cover. If you look underneath, you can see the writing, the barcode and everything, but that doesn't bother me. It's covered by paper. So, pop that back in and that's it. Very simple, pretty quick, and it's a lovely project when it's done. So thank you for showing us how to make this, Natasha. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make another. Right, because I've used half of one 12x12 sheet and half of another for my paper, I've already got these cut. You just need to juggle them and put them how we want them. Right, that's what I want to use for my front cover. And so we've got roses. I think I want to have roses. Do I want to have roses again? I shall have something different. Maybe I could have that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, we'll save the roses for the back cover. So we'll have that. It's the next page. That. I think those two have got to go together, haven't they? Yeah, they have. They've got to go together. So now I've got my roses. Oh, that's so nice. Do I want to cover that up with a notepad? I don't know. I could have that on the back as the back page, I suppose. Could I? Let's have a look, see. I think that would look pretty nice as the back page. I don't know which way those roses were supposed to go. I put them at the top in the last one. I think they could go anyway. That would make a pretty nice back page, that, wouldn't it? So what would that give us on that side? Yeah, I'm going to do it. So that's the order in which I want them. Now, Natasha, like I said, she sewed a notepad in, sewed some other bits in, and she did all that before binding the pages together. Now, I know for a fact, if I start taking these apart and decorating, I'm going to do something wrong. I just am. So I'm going to bind my pages together from the start. And I want to round my corners. So I'm going to get my corner chomp. You don't have to round your corners at all. This is optional. And I'm going to do them all at once because this is a pretty heavy duty corner rounder. If you don't have an heavy duty one, I suggest you do them separately. Let's make sure they're all lined up. That's that. Right, next step, I'm going to take my cover page, pop it on my scoreboard. If you don't have a scoreboard, use a ruler, like I've done on a couple of projects recently. Use a ruler and a scoring tool. If you don't have a scoring tool, use a butter knife. There's all sorts. A Bic pen. Bic pens are fabulous. Right, it's looking like I've lost my scoring tool, so I'm going to use my bone folder. Right, and I'm going to score mine 5/8 of an inch. Because I've used a thicker ribbon than Natasha used on hers, I've put a slightly wider seam on. Seam, edge. Because I don't know what to call it. So that's that. Yeah. And that's the only one I need to score. Right, then I'm going to put it back together with my others. See, I'm checking these the right way around again. I'll just move these papers out of the way. Oh, look, they're all my, here's some I prepared earlier. Yeah, I just cut all the cutter parts out of the kit. Cut them out. I've inked round some, not others. And that's a spare piece from when I made my notepad. Again, that's part of the back cover. So, yeah, you can see this now better against my old wallpaper. I'm going to get my hole punch. I'm using my crocodile. If you don't have a crocodile, you could even do this with a bradawl. Or, I'll tell you what I used for a long time. I had the 2-hole punchers that you use for punching your paper to put them in ring binders. Yeah, they're perfect for things like this. Just use one corner of it. So I've put 2 in. I've got the holes between the crease and the edge. I want the other one, I'm going to just measure it to be a bit of a perfectionist. I'm allowing the perfectionist out of the box because I want this hole in the middle. So that's 3, which is half of 6. And yeah, that's that. I'm then gonna, you could decorate everything now before you bind it together. But I'm still going to bind mine together. I still don't trust myself not to get my pages mixed up. I'm going to put silver eyelets in like I did on the last one. I really liked it. My silver eyelets are pretty strong. I don't know if these are new ones I bought or ones that did come with my mixed set, but they take an awful lot of squeezing. Or maybe I'm just very weak today. I could be very weak. I'm flaking. It's nearly end of school holidays, so yeah. The first day my kids go back to school, do you know what I'm doing? Nothing. I'm not doing a thing. Oh well, I'll end up tidying my craft room actually, because it's not had a good tidy since they've been off. Because I've not spent as much time in here. Yeah, I got kicked in here today because I've set my daughter's house on fire in Minecraft, yeah. Running around with my flint and steel in my hand, and yeah, it was quite a blaze actually. Parrots died, it was just awful. Anyway, so I got sent off to craft. If you've never played Minecraft, or you don't have kids who play Minecraft, you think, what on earth is that woman going on about? Yeah, I'm just a fire starter. So yeah, I then started suggesting every song ever that had fire in the title. We got Prodigy Firestarter, we got Ellie Goulding Burn. Then there was what We Didn't Start the Fire. I don't know who sung that. I'm just inking edges while I waffle. I can't sing anymore because maybe I'll have to pay royalties. I don't know. Yeah. Burning Down the House, that's another good one. Yeah. Talking Heads. So if you've got any more songs that involve fire, and yeah, just pop it in comments below, because it's a good opportunity to annoy the children, wind them up. Yeah, so yeah, I've been banished from Minecraft. Oh well. Right, well, I've now inked the edges while I've had a waffle. Right, what I'm going to do next, excuse me, we scored that front one, didn't we? So I'm going to fold that over on the score line. And the next one, I'm going to use that fold as my guide for folding this. This is why we've not scored them all. Yeah, this is all Natasha's idea. She's a brilliant teacher and has some fabulous projects. So there we go. I'm not going to fold the back one, I don't need to, because it's the back, isn't it? Right, now I've put those scores in, I'll just bend it back. I'll put the ribbon in after because it might get in the way while I'm decorating. Right, what we're going to put where? So we know we're going to have a notebook there. I may put something on that this time because it's not as pretty as the paper in the other one. I'm going to put some kind of side pocket there. I think here I want to put two big matching pockets. That's pretty plain paper, so I just want to get rid of it. Yeah, cover it up. So let's get the paper pad back out and let's decide what we're going to use. Wow, this is so gorgeous. Look at it. So that's just too gorgeous to use. Yeah, that's too gorgeous to use, but I've got to use it somehow, but not today. Oh, the back of it's really nice. Do you know, I'm tempted to use the back. As gorgeous as that is, I don't do big 12 by 12 layouts, and I don't know whether I'd use it, but the back is absolutely stunning. Let's separate the pages. So that's a possibility. That would make some absolutely gorgeous big pockets, wouldn't it? I think I'm going to use that. This is the problem. The struggle is real with Stamperia papers, or Stamperia, however we want to say it. They're too nice. I mean, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. But again, that's more of a 12 by 12. So let's see what's on the other side. Oh, more gorgeousness. Oh, that's amazing. Wouldn't they make lovely pockets? Would have butterflies on one. Oh, oh, oh. We might end up using that one. Oh, that one. That would make another good 6 by 6 book. Right. I think that's it. I want to use these two. Yeah, I'm making my decision. I'm not going to change my mind, she says. I'm thinking, could I have a big pocket there? Oh, that would look so good, wouldn't it? And then another one on that side with roses. Yeah, so I'm gonna I'm not measuring, I'm just measuring a bit. Minimal measuring. My page should be about just under 5.5 wide. I'm just checking, yeah. So if I make these big pockets 5 inches-ish, it'll fit on nicely. Or let's make them a bit smaller. Let's make them 4.5. Then we'll see a bit more of that edge. 4.5, yeah. By, what height shall we do? 4.5 by 5, yeah. Go for it. About 4.5 by 5, and I want those butterflies in. I'm going to have to drink big chompy trimmer out here. Chompy chopper, so... Can you see? You can see. Don't knock your tea over. In fact, have a quick sip of it. Oh, that's nice. Don't spill it. You've already been a fire starter. Don't be a tea spiller. Right, so we want it. I forgot what we wanted. 5 wide, were it? Were it 5 wide or 4.5? Oh, Julie, don't waffle at the expense of what you're doing. Can you tell what I like at school? 4.5 wide, 5 high, that's it. So, let's have a look, see what 4.5 wide is going to look like. Oh, it's going to look like that, and it's going to be fabulous. Oh, it certainly is. 4.5 wide. Oh, yeah, that's going to be lovely. And 5 high. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that 5 high, have I done that right? Yeah. It just didn't look higher than wider, did it? So we want to do the same thing with this top portion. And I'm going to cut it here first. I'm going to do the 5 high cut first. Then I'm going to cut 4.5 wide. Let's get the roses on. Then that should give us 2 pockets the same size. Yeah, oh, I do like that. Put your big chopper away now, missus. And let's have a look what these look like on the page. They look just as gorgeous as you thought they would. That is lovely. Yeah. Right, I'm going to put some little notches in the top with my circle punch. Natasha did hers really lovely. She cut semicircles. I can't cut that well, so I'm just going to use my circle punch. If I tried to do a semicircle, I don't know, I'd end up cutting halfway down there before I got it straight. It's not, freehand cutting is not my forte. Give me my tools any day. Now, I'd have got those matching perfectly had I lined them up. Let's, oh wow, wow. I eyeballed those and they're really nearly the same. I've shocked myself there. Now I'm going to round the bottom corners, but I'm not going to round the top. We've got paper craft lanching down all around us. Ooh, open that up. So round that, round that. I don't even know if I want to ink everything here. Yeah, do it. If in doubt, ink it. That's a new motto, just made it up. Yeah. I'll put those both together. I don't think I'm going to ink the inside or even the outside of every page. I don't think that's necessary. It just gives a little bit of definition, doesn't it? It'll make these stand out that bit more. This is one of the most gorgeous paper sets I've seen of Stamperia, I must say. It's been on my Amazon wish list and then Deborah kindly bought it. So thank you so much, Deborah, once again. Right. Oh yeah. That's really good, I like it. So I'm going to stick these on with some art glitter glue. I didn't put my pin in. Do I ever put my pin in art glitter? There's no wonder I have so much issue with my glue clogging. Pins, what are they? What are pins for? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. No, I'm sticking with wood grain. That was my original idea. I would go as far as to say you could chop these Stamperia papers up without looking at the pattern, and what you're left with would be gorgeous. So yeah, I won't stress too much about which bit I want showing and which I don't, because sometimes the other side can look better. I think that was just nearly proved. Right, I'm going to pop that on. Yeah, I'm not really using anything to line this up. I'm just placing it where I think it looks good. I'm eyeballing whether it's straight. That looks about okay, doesn't it? Blind man would be glad to see it, as we say. And then I want to get the one on that page in a similar sort of place. Again, if I wasn't filming, I would probably just use my tacky glue. And there is an advantage in using the tacky glue. It does dry a little bit slower than the art glitter, and especially if you're a beginner, you will get more wiggle time just to adjust it if you've not quite popped it exactly where you want. But it does dry slower. So there is an advantage to using art glitter when you're filming, but any other time, when I've got all time in the world, I just use me, yeah, that one, tacky glue. That looks about the same, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks fabulous. Just because I said so. What does Tim say? I love his attitude, Tim Holtz. Right. Oh, I like that, I do. Just ignore what's on the other side. You know it's pretty, but this is prettier. Right, on one of Natasha's, she did 2 big pockets. I think she did them sideways, and she put extra little pockets on. Now, I don't want to cover my butterfly up, but I think I might put a little curved side pocket on. Yeah? Yeah. But I'm going to do that later on because I'm going to see what bits I've got left. Yeah, I don't want a big, huge pocket. Ooh, what we had left there has made a lovely little journal card, hasn't it? Oh, that's good. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to come back to my first page, and I want to do a corner pocket. I don't know if I'm going to do it there or there. We could do a bottom pocket there and a corner there, or vice versa. I'm liking this piece I've got left over with the slates on. I think that would look good there next to that cracked wall and brick. Let's have it the right way. Yeah, now this is the perfect size piece to do the double pocket that I did before. So, which way? That way. Yeah, let's do it that way. It's really hard to tell which way these slates go. Do it that way, woman. Just do it that way. Yeah. You could even do it that way. Yeah, do it that way. Then when I cut that corner off, it will have those green leaves on. Yeah. So, this really is a no measuring kind of thing. I don't know what that piece of card measures. I just know it's going to fit nicely on there. Yeah. And so I don't get my corners mixed up, I'm going to round this bottom corner. Right, then I'm going to put it in my trimmer, and I'm just going to cut it off like that. If I show you the other one, you'll see what I'm doing. I'm getting that shape, yeah, and then that is what I'm cutting off. So yeah, I think that looks good. And then that will go over there as your pocket, yeah. So I'll cut the corner off that one, get rid of the trimmer for now, and I'm going to line these 2 up because I want to put the semicircular notches on, yeah. And I'm going to punch through both at once. That looks about right, not too deep. There we go. And once I've inked these, you'll have some definition between the pockets, but they will still match nicely. It's best to do this with a paper, obviously, that's not too directional. If you did this, say, with a paper that had text on, your text would be upside down on that one. Whereas these are the slates, they're still running the same way. You don't really notice that there's any difference, do you? Right, ink this. Yeah, I can see me just making loads of these, all different. You could just make up the books ready to decorate and put pockets in at another time, as and when you'd need them. Fabulous little presents, you know, somewhere between a card and a present kind of thing. I know a couple of the projects I've made recently where with little tucks, people have said they're going to make Christmas cards and little gift cards out of them. I think that's fabulous. You could do that with this. You'd get a gift card and a lovely little keepsake. Something that you can use when you've taken the gift card out and spent it. Right. You could just even fill it with cash. Yeah, just fill it with cash. Yeah. Right, I'm just going to fold that over just because that's wanting to make that peel away just because it's doing that. In fact, it's made it want to peel away so often now I need a bit more glue on it. There we go. I'm just going to pop it like that while I get the glue on this one. I've obviously got rid of that little blockage I had from not having my pin in because this glue's wanting to flow very well now. Maybe too well. Don't squeeze it so hard, woman. Don't squeeze it so hard. So I'm going to put this on here, use my corner as my guide. So there we go. Can you see just putting that ink on edge gives that definition, and you can see the difference between the two pockets. I like that. That's such an easy pocket, that, and it's so effective, I think. Make sure it's not sticking out. That looks good. Right, so I'm going to turn that over. It'll help keep that down. Right, now these have dried a little bit. Oh, should we decide? Let's decide what we're doing on the back before we start filling pockets. Let's make the pockets. So we know we're going to put a notebook on there. I can either put it in a pocket or in a belly band. I did the last one on a belly band. I think I want to do this one on a pocket. And what? Oh, that would make quite a nice pocket, wouldn't it? Not that we'd see it, but what did we decide to put on there? Did I decide to put anything on there? I don't think I did I? We're going to put a bottom pocket on there. Got the two big pockets there. I don't know what to put there. I just wanted to make it different to the last one, and now it's ending up just about the same, isn't it? That would make another nice pocket, I suppose. We could make a double side pocket. Yeah, let's make a double side pocket. Yeah, I'm going to do it with that. That'd be nice. Shall I do it with that or with that? That would be the perfect size to make the notebook. That's going to be the notebook, yeah. This is going to be the pocket here. And that is going to be the pocket there. Are you following me? Sorry, the pocket at the side. Right, I best do this because my brain's going off now on a tangent. So I'm going to cut the wood grainy piece off. That's going to make a pocket or belly band for the notebook. I'm going to cut this down to 6 inches. Which side to cut? That side. I'm going to then cut it again. It does measure 4.5. Where shall I cut it? I'm going to cut it in half-ish. Cut it at 2.5. Yeah, that's going to make 2 pockets. Side pockets. So I'm going to put another semicircle in, holding them together so they line up. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, so did you follow my brain there? 2 side pockets there and 1 pocket there, or a belly band to put the notebook in. That's it. Let's put these side pockets on. Get them inked up and stuck on. Oh, we need a bit of rounding on the corners. It is going on a bit, this, but it's not too bad. Yeah, we've had a lot of quick videos recently, haven't we? It's about time I did a longer one. And now kids have banished me from Minecraft for setting their house on fire. Just having a drink of my tea. Ah, there you go. Yeah, it was quite sad that. Oh, yesterday we were doing some general knowledge quizzes on YouTube, and I've discovered that my youngest has an encyclopedic knowledge of flags. Flags! She reminded me of Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, if you ever watched that. Oh, that is such a funny programme. Yeah, I said to her, you need to be a guest on Fun with Flags with Sheldon on Big Bang Theory. I'm like, when did you learn all these flags? I just like watching History channels, and when I see a flag, I remember it. I'm like, okay then. Yeah. Now, before we watched that with the flags, did the quiz with the flags, we'd watched a little bit of a little catch-up and a documentary on history of Afghanistan, to see what were, yeah, do you know what I mean? To help her understand what's happening at the moment in Afghanistan. So every time a flag come up and I wasn't sure, I was like, is it Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, anything ending in stan? I could not guess anything other than something ending in stan. It were mad. So yeah, we had to have a little bit of light relief with a flag quiz after that, because she genuinely wanted to know. They've not done anything about anything like that at school. They're really good at teaching them ancient history, but not so good at teaching them more recent history. So yeah, she's been teaching herself. You have to make sure they're learning from pretty reputable sources, don't you? There are quite a few good history channels for kids. Well, kids, teenagers. History channels that make it fun, should I say, on YouTube. Right, I'm going to pop that one onto that one. I always do this when I'm doing a double pocket. I just find it easier. Just lining that up, yeah. Making sure that I've got the bottom of the pocket covered and it's not peeking out there. That's the reason I do it like this. So when they're now stuck, I'm going to go ahead and put my glue around the three sides to glue the whole thing to my page. Whee! Oh, paper lunch. So I've gone and covered all that yumminess up in end anyway, haven't I? What am I like? Oh well. That's the thing, stamp area. You've got to start making one sides of your paper a bit dodgy, so we don't mind covering it up, I think. Yeah, beautiful on one side, bit dodgy on other. Oops, go away. Right, that looks lined up nicely. So we have that there with the two pockets. We've got those there. Got that there. Yeah. Got one more pocket and a notebook to do. So while all that glue dries, we're going to do the notebook. So we know that's going to be our pocket. I don't know whether to do pocket or belly band. I don't know. But I know which piece of card I'm going to use for my notebook. I think I'll do pocket. I can get a slightly wider notebook in a pocket than I can a belly band. So I haven't measured this. I don't know how wide it is. I don't know how tall it is. I know I want one that's not as wide as my page and a bit wider, a bit taller than my page, so I can fold some down to be the top of my book. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to fold it down like so. So that's going to be my notebook. Done and dusted. That's it. End of. I'll do a bit of rounding here. I think I'm going to round those for a change. I don't know if I did it in the last one. Right, then it's time to get some paper. Now, Natasha did hers to a certain size and she showed you a certain way of cutting your paper to make it fit. I'm going to use some scraps or not full pages, or like these have already been folded. So, actually, this might not be bad. I've got 2 sheets of A4 folded in half. Pop them inside each other. I'm going to cut them that way and then trim length. And then I've got a bit of lined paper. I might put an extra sheet, or yeah, I'll put a couple of sheets of lined on. Yeah. I mean, I don't do my notebooks perfect. I don't line them up to within an inch of the life, as I like to say. I'm going to cut this in half, and if my book ends up being a bit too wide, I'll cut the book down. Right, so that looks about halfway along that paper, doesn't it? That makes that 4 1/4, which is about half for A4, really. Let's have a look. Oh, that's going to be absolutely perfect. So I just need to cut the length on these down. I think I'll do one and then I'll do the other. I'm going to put my book on here to... I want to be a bit shorter than my book, so that's about that. It's ended up being 5 1/4. Don't cut that. And I might make this one a little bit shorter, 5 1/8. And that is going to be my notepads. I like it like that. So how many sheets have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 10 sheets there. A few more sheets than in my other one. But that's not a problem. I cut that really, really wonky. I don't know whether I can live with it. No, I haven't. I've just not got it in there very well. It wasn't wonky. So let's pop it in there. That looks good. Then I'm going to come in with my crocodile and I'm going to punch some holes. I'm gonna let that line guide me a little bit. I punch these holes somewhere different every time I make one of these pads. The height's about right. Right, then I'm going to carefully place those there because I don't want that paper coming apart while I put my eyelets in. I'll get a few extra eyelets out ready for when I do the tags. And I can move that off the desk. So I'm going to pop 2 eyelets in here. That's 1. Just because I like the look of it. You don't really need to. It's not going to be taking a lot of stress really. But I like the look. That's that. I'll do a little bit of inking just on the bits we're going to see. So if you do take this notepad out and use it independently, it does look nice on both sides. Because if I got one of these as a present, first thing I'd do is take this notepad out and have a look at back. I wouldn't, it's not that begrudging work. You just would, wouldn't you? You'd just like, oh, what's this? Let's take that out and see what it is. Right. That's that lined up. I think, I don't know, string or some dark eyelash trim. Let's see what we've got here. I've got some green string. That's too green. Far too green. Can't use that. Got this grey. That's quite nice. Got some grey and some pink. And some more pink. Ooh, and some more grey. Yeah, it'll be one of them. So let's open this up. Oh, it's a very pink rosy page, that, isn't it? But there's a lot of grey. I think I'm going to use grey. Yeah. Oops. Right, is that still lined up? I'm amazed, but yes it is. If it's come unlined, just get your pencil and stick it in like so. And that'll line it back up. Yeah. Right, so pop the grey in. I'm going to go from the front to the back. Whoop. No, I'm not, it says. We're going to play silly beggars. That's better. Front to back. Then back to the front. Yeah, nice to use that for a change. Just wrap my stuff around all sorts, me, when I can't be bothered to cut bobbins for myself. Let's cut that and just tie this. This is when I'd normally shout a child to lend me a finger, but they'll not want a finger on YouTube. So I'll struggle. There you go. So that worked out quite well. I quite like that. Right, bring the book back in. Yeah, it's going to be a pocket, I think. We'll use a pocket. Oh, that looks really nice with grey. I want to, yeah. Wouldn't have been my first choice, grey. Don't know why I went for it, but I did. Right, let's do that. Right, where's our piece we're going to use for our pocket? Here it is. So, I want to cut that to about 5. I'm going to cut it, I'll mark it with a pencil. It tucks under there a little bit. So I'll just cut it to there. Might help make the pocket a little bit bigger. It did that with belly band on the other one. Get a bit of deja vu then. I'm going to round one corner, this bottom right corner. We've got to put the obligatory thumb notch in because we've done it with everything else. There we go. Get ink in. This will obviously take you a lot less time if you're not inking everything. I just fancied inking. I don't ink everything these days. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I sometimes use a lot less ink as well, just a touch here and there. I think it's something that just alters with my mood, inking. How much inking I want to do. If I'm angry with something, I just ink everything really dark. Everything's got to be grungy. Yeah, I think it's like equivalent to a punch bag for a crafter, that, isn't it? Yeah, we don't need a punch bag. We've got ink. We've got Tim Holtz. Right, that's that. I will let that dry before I go tucking the notepad in. So we've only got that one now in need of something, aren't we? So let's find some cards to pop in these. I really like that one. Is it too rosy? Oh no. I think that looks good in contrast to those bricks. I think I want to pop a circular one in there. Oh, I do like that. I know we don't see the thumb notch anymore, but I like it. Just going to ink the edge of that. It is a beautiful kit, this. Absolutely gorgeous. That goes lovely there. Right, I'm hoping that these are going to fit. I actually don't know if they're going to. Is that going to fit? Please fit. Make Mummy's life easy. Oh, it's too tall. Do you know what? We're going to make our own cards for there then, aren't we? We'll save that one for... We've got to make our own cards for there as well, haven't we? So that one will go there, yeah? When we put a pocket on. Should we just do a cross-bottom pocket? We haven't got a cross-bottom pocket, have we? That's for the notepad. Yeah, let's do a pocket that just goes across the bottom. I'm tempted to try and use the exact same bricks. I really am. I really do like that brick look. I'm going to do it. I'm going to use the bricks. Bricks, roof tiles, whatever they're called. And I'm going to use that side. Yeah. So I'm going to cut it. We'll measure it upside down. Cut it there. And then I'll decide on the height it needs to be. Am I still in frame? Yeah. Where on earth is that pencil line? The light catches it. It should do. Where are you, pencil? I've found you. There you are. So that's that. Is it? That way, you silly woman. So height wise, I think I just want it about there. I'm not measuring. It happens to be 3 inches, but that's not because I measured it and it became 3 inches. It became 3 inches, then I measured it, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm gonna round that bottom corner. The desk is looking a mess again now. That's crafting. If you're not making a mess, you're not crafting. I'm good at these mottos today, aren't I? Oh, started putting things in ink. Good job we did want to ink that. Right, I'm going to ink this pocket. You wouldn't think something with so many pink roses on would look good with so much ink on, but it surely does. Right, let's get this glued. Move your ink out of the way and then you won't be crafting on your knee to avoid dipping things in ink. Dozy woman. I astound myself sometimes with my silliness, stupidity, laziness. All I needed to do was move ink. Right, so tuck that under a little bit. I like this. On the last one I didn't put my pockets to the edge, but on this one I have, apart from those 2 big ones. Right, I'm trying to stick 2 pockets together now that don't want to go. What have I done wrong here? Has that gone too far under the edge? It has. I've took that too far under edge, so when I turn that page, can you see what's happening? It's wanting to push it off that edge, so I need to rethink that. Let it push it off the edge, that's fine, and then I need to trim that. I think I'd just let it tuck under the corner a little bit too much, so I'm just going to trim that off. There we go. So did you spot what I did there? And then chomp that corner and all's good again. No, it isn't. I need to cut a little bit off the bottom. It's just sent my corner pocket a little bit wonky. Let's trim that again. Round the corner, should I say. There we go. There we go, all good. Yeah, I tucked it so far under that it hit the edge of the eyelet. Then when I turned that over, it was pushing the pocket out away from the eyelet. Now it doesn't. Now it's sorted. So let's re-ink that edge. There was enough glue on the edge to glue it and hold it still. So it could have been a big disaster. It wasn't. It was a little hiccup. Right. We decided this was going to go in there, didn't we? I do like that. Really do. That's going to have rounded corners, methinks. Some of these have, some of these haven't. I think these ones with the frame on look better left with square corners. But that one I think is going to look nice rounded. But you can really go to town with these. You can put pockets any old way. I mean, I've not gone for anything overly complicated. It's quite simple. Make some room again. There we go. Clear your area, woman. Clear your area. That's better. You can see what we're doing. So we've got that, that and that. I need another tag, I think, in here. Could use that one. That one. I'm tempted to move that circular one over there, to be honest. Yeah, I just want the tag in there. I want to be able to see the thumb notch, but I need a brighter tag. That one. That's the one. So we'll put a top on that in a minute. Now we're going to have to make 2 tags to fit in there, aren't we? Right, something that, it's not rocket science, this. I'm not going to start cutting into my design paper to see what kind of tag fits best in there. I'm going to grab a bit of my old brown file folder type paper. I'm shouting now so you can hear me. Can you hear me? What's this? Oh, don't know what I were making there. But let's try and fit that in. Far too wide. Let's get a smaller bit. Where are your file folder paper? Oh, I had a load of it and it seems to have disappeared on me. This'll do. I'll use this. Yeah, right. I'm going to cut this down and I'm going to use this as a prototype because the Stamperia paper is so gorgeous. I don't want to ruin it. So I'm cutting a different design paper down and tucking that in and checking it for size. If it fits, I'll measure it. I think that's too wide, slightly too wide. I think the height will be spot on. Oh, it will be spot on when we've sorted out the width. I'm going to take that down to 3.5. It was just over. That'll be a good number to remember. So 3.5 wide. Oh, perfect. That's perfect. So let's measure it, see how tall it is. So now it's 3.5 wide. We're doing all inches today. And it's 4 3/4 high. So I want to cut two pieces, 3.5 wide and 4 3/4 high, out of my design paper. Right, which one are we going to use? That'll make some pretty tags, wouldn't it? Ooh, look at that. It's going to be this one, I think. So 4 3/4 high and 3.5 wide. Right, I'm going to cut it, for starters, here. Just above where I want the top of the tags to be. Then I'll cut the bottom, which is really sad. So 4 3/4 high, 3.5 wide. Let's cut one 3.5 wide-ish first. Just want to cut that dark off the edge. 4 3/4 high. I'm happy with that. This one, however, I want to get that butterfly in. Yeah, it's going to do it. 3.5 wide. Yeah. 4 3/4 high. Yeah, I like those. We will use the other pieces. Remember, we want to put an extra pocket on here if we can, don't we? So what am I going to do? I'm just going to round these. A bit of a crafterlanche went off there, didn't it? That's those. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's lovely. And so is that. Alright, so we've done that. We've done that. We need to come back and ink those. We've made the notebook, which should now pop in nicely now that pocket's dry. Spot on. Oh, I like that. Now, in here, we should be able to fit some of these tags. So let's grab a couple more. Oh, I like that one with the birdie. I think that looks nicer in there. That one matches too well. Yeah, so we've got a rose and a bird. And what did we have left from cutting that other one up? We had this. Width-wise, that would be good. What else have we got? That's very plain, isn't it? That's... No, I don't want to use that. That's That's a nice tag. We could put that in. Oh yeah, that. These are the tags I made from the front of the cardstock. The cover page, should I say. On this one, I didn't cut it down short as it could have been. So I have now, what do we have on the other side of that? Paper and cracks. So we've got the birdie there, and then I'm going to put it that way. That'll fit absolutely perfectly. So I'm going to round the tops of this. I'll round bottoms as well while I'm at it. I mean, you can put anything you want in these. I think Natasha just grabbed a load of ready-made stuff she got and bunged them in, and they just looked absolutely fabulous. I've made mine to match the papers. You can do it any way you want, no rules. That's that. I'm not going to put eyelets in top of here. My instinct is to want to, but I think it'll stay. I think it'll really interfere with this closing if I put another 2 eyelets there when I've got that notebook. So I'm just going to keep those as they are. I could put a little card tab on, make them short, put a tab on, but I'll just like how that looks. So I'm just going to put eyelets on this one. These are a little bit further down the page. They'll come between where these eyelets are. They won't butt up against them, if you know what I mean. That's that. And that. Really enjoyed making these. I can definitely see me making more of these. And I know I had a couple of spare eyelets out. I think I may have used them all now though, and I'll have to get some more out. That's that. There we go. Grab some more eyelets, missy. I think I may have a couple more tags to put eyelets on. I get a little bit... if I put eyelets on one tag, I want to put them on them all. Yeah. I just like to have a cohesive look and a theme running through everything. It's not always necessary though. It's personal preference, personal choice. That's lovely. And I'm going to put a little bit of pink eyelash trim in that one, I think. We've got grey there. I'm going to put pink in the tags. So that's one. I'm not putting a lot in because I don't want it to get caught up in this corner. Double it up. It's good eyelash trim for making things look a little bit fancy without adding too much bulk, I think. That's one. And we'll do this one. I always like to thread mine through front back. I just think it looks neater. I think when you pull it through like that, your eyelash trim wants to stay in rather than come forward. Should have cut that one a bit longer, but you live and learn. I can swap it out later. I really like the look of that page now. Pretty happy with that. We've got our big tags in here. I'm going to ink round them because they don't look right till they've got a bit of ink on. And these need, I think I want to put tabs on these rather than eyelets. And I think I've got the perfect tabs. Don't put that in when you're going to stick a tab on it, woman. That I've got pre-cut from, I think it's a kit by, I say this every time I use it, My Porch Prints. I'm not sure. Let me grab them. I've got some eyelets, not eyelets, some tabs that I cut from one of her kits. Where are we, tabs? Indeed, where are we, tabs? Here we go. I moved them off my desk. I normally have these on my desk all the time. Here we go. Yeah, it was like a rose-themed paper. And I think they will make the perfect tabs for this. Yeah, they will. So I'll ink that up. These are ones I've cut from my Cricut. People ask me about this all the time. It's a file I did design on my Cricut, very similar to a well-known punch that costs a fortune because it was discontinued years ago, and second-hand it just changes hands for silly money. I think I saw, yeah, Miss E was saying if she'd not had hers for years, nowhere would she buy it these days. Well, I'd be the same. If I were the person selling it, I couldn't sleep at night knowing I'd sell something for such a ridiculously inflated price. As I always said, there's making a profit and then there's having a laugh. I don't mind anyone making a profit, but no, I don't want anyone having a laugh at my expense or anyone else's. Oh, look at me going on my horse there. Ooh. You know what I mean though, don't you? Well, I've done it. I'm the kind of person, if I sell something on eBay and it's going too high, the auction, I'll just stop it. But I've not done that for years. I've not sold on eBay for years. I found eBay selling got very impolite. The buyers became impolite. Sometimes now even the sellers are quite impolite. I will still buy, but it's not my favourite place. Right, look at that. I like it. They look perfect with those semicircle cutouts, those tabs. Right, so I'm going to call that a day. You know how I said I was going to put other pockets on there? I just think it'll spoil it. I think we just want to let that paper speak for itself. So the only thing left for us to do is put an eyelet in that one. I nearly forgot that. One. Put an eyelet in this and tie our ribbon on the front. And then we will be done and we will be dusted. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know it's been a lot of waffle and me working it out as we go along, but hopefully you've learnt something from that. I mean, I could keep pausing while I work it out and pretend I just knew it instantly, but that's not my style. I feel like I want to put that in there as well. Or, ooh, oh, too late, missus. Pop it in there. Looks good. Right, let's put some ribbon on. When I say ribbon, I mean eyelash trim. No, I don't. I mean seam binding. In fact, do I even know what I mean? Right, I think I want to use that same green. Now, I don't know what this colour is. I bought this from a website called The Ribbon Girl, which closed down during, I think it was during lockdown last year. It might have even been before. And I got all these in the closing down sale. So, yeah, it's a bit of a sageish green, but lighter colour. Right, you need about 26 inches to do this. I did measure it. Oh, camera, silly woman. Not done that for a while. So I'm just going to measure along my desk, nearly from one end to other. So from one end to other is a metre. And is a metre about 36 inches or a bit more? We want 26. Now we do this, it's just like 3-hole pamphlet stitch, if you've ever done that. If you haven't, watch. You thread it through there from front to back, leave enough to tie your ribbon into your bow. Then we're going to go back through, bottom or top, doesn't matter which, to the front. Yeah. Then we're going to go all the way along from one end to the other, through to the back again. Turn it over, and then we're going to go back in that middle one to the front. Now this one might get a little bit tricky. Oh, it behaved. And we want one piece of ribbon at either side of that. Can you see? I got far more ribbon than I needed here. So, yeah. I think I got like a metre, which is 36 inches. Yeah, only 10 inches too much. Right, tighten it up. That'll just do what it does on back. If it doesn't look good, twiddle it and twist it. until you like the look of it. I like the look of that better now. Yeah. It'll do what it does. It's a bit like kids, isn't it, that? They'll just do what they do, tell you. So, tie that. And then put your bow in. There we have it. Oh, I've really enjoyed making that. That weren't bad. It's took an hour and 5 with waffling. Yeah, that weren't bad at all. So you've got a completed little project there that you can do in about an hour. Well, less if you're not going to waffle as much as I did. Yeah, and it is low profile enough to tuck in a journal, or you can use it as a little prezi in place of a birthday card. That would, you could put sentiment on. So I really hope you enjoyed that. So thank you for suggesting that buffet. I've really enjoyed doing it. I hope you like my take on it. Not much different to Natasha's, to be quite honest. Just pockets in different places. And I will link Natasha's video below. So thank you very much for watching me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.